what's up? What a great game on Saturday. I was there. It was my first time in Doak since 2014. You know, just, you get busy, life. This team wasn't great, so this team, I didn't want to travel and watch them. I lived 6 hours from the stadium. It was my first ever Florida State-Miami experience. I live pretty close to Miami, like an hour and a half away. And I've always wanted my first FSU Miami experience to happen in Doak. So this was the year we were able to make it happen. My wife's sister is dating some very, very successful person, and he's a Seminole fan, and he knows that I love the Noles. So I was a beneficiary of his success and his wealth. So he took the whole family up there, me, my wife, him, and my wife's sister. And it was my wife's first time in Doak. It was my first time since 2014. And the game was awesome. Miami was really good. I didn't get to make a video before the game. Normally I would make a video to like record my thoughts and my prediction. My prediction was, I was like back and forth. My bullish prediction was like, well, if Florida State gets it rolling, we can beat this team 38-17. And then my other prediction was like, well, Miami's got a really good defense. So more on the bearish side, I was like thinking we might pull a 24-17. Either way, I was pretty confident in Miami being around 17 points. I didn't think they'd get much more than that. Where I was what our offense would do. That's the only thing I kept flip-flopping on. So, you know, it depended on what time it was. You know, if I was a couple drinks deep, I'd get on that bullish train and be talking to my brother-in-law and be like, oh yeah, we're going to kill them by 21. And then like as the game time came around and I was like a little more sober, and Friday night I was kind of bullish. Come game time, I was like, I think it's going to be like a 7-point game, maybe 10 if we're lucky. We should have won by 14. That touchdown we gave up really late was just ridiculous. Our safety ran into our corner and just took him out. But I mean, it was goofy. Kevin Knowles hasn't played great this year. We got to stop putting him in there as safety. That's not for him. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's just not seeing it right. Something's not there. Keon played pretty good. He clearly wasn't healthy, because I think on that punt return he pulled up. I think what he's dealing with is like a hamstring issue, and I think he was scared to go full send on that punt return. But we got a touchdown there anyway. At first I thought Jordan Travis it should have been a safety, but then when you looked at the replay, you could actually see that when the defender grabbed him, Jordan Travis did have the ball outside of the end zone. So if we're going to give him forward progress, Jordan Travis had the ball out of the end zone. But it actually worked out for Miami, because instead of getting the safety, they got the ball close enough to get a field goal. So they probably got 3 points instead of 2. So I don't know why they're crying so much. It kind of worked out in their favor. The onside kick was a really good play design. It came at a good time. We caught them off guard. We surprised them. We just didn't make the play, so that's not on the coach, that's on the team. Our run defense was pretty terrible in the first half, but in the second half, the run defense was great. So they cleaned it up. Jordan Travis missed a couple of throws deep. The referees missed a defensive holding on Keon Coleman. The referees missed the targeting on Jordan Travis. So, I mean, there was a couple egregious. But then Florida State got away with a late hit on their quarterback, and we also got away with a late hit on a guy going out of bounds. So it kind of balances out. The referees missed a couple of calls both ways. I'd rather the game be that way, because it's a rivalry game. They're playing hard. Emotions are high. It's physical. So I would rather the game be officiated that way. So yeah, the Noles won by 7. I'm really happy. The environment was great. The place was electric. The Miami fans, which ones I talked to, they were all nice, no one was being a jerk. There was a couple of jerks after the game talking all the trash. Florida State's lucky. When Jordan Travis leaves, you guys are going to go back to being irrelevant. So, thank God we have a game against North Alabama. You can kind of treat it as a bye week. Hopefully you rest Keon completely. Hopefully you sit up some of the offensive linemen that are banged up. Anyone that's injured or banged up should not play in this game. You should only play in this game if you're 100% healthy. It's North Alabama. We should be able to beat them with our second and third string players. So, there's that. But yeah, great win. Noles are 10-0, undefeated in conference. We should beat North Alabama. By all means, we should beat them, and then that should put us 11-0. And then you just got to hope you beat the Gators. It works out great because the Gators got to play Missouri this week, who's a really good team. So the Gators don't get to take a week off before they play us. So you really couldn't ask for a better setup if you're the Noles. But anyway, yeah, that's it. The defense was great in the second half. Offense struggled a little bit. But Miami's got a good defense. I knew that before the game. They got good safeties. They got a good defensive line. So we weren't able to run the ball. And those safeties did a good job of bringing over the help and keeping Jordan Travis from taking those deep shots. Go Noles. Sucks to be the man. They've lost 3 in a row to us.